So what's next?
Okay, I've got a dog puppet.
Were you not allowed a dog?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, so you're one of them tragic ones.
That's not why. I have always wanted a dog, and I never got one. We always had cats.
Oh,
Well, no, don't. I like cats.
Okay, fine.
But I did want a dog.
So, and did you have like a sort of fake dog on a lead?
No, so I made a dog puppet at university.
God, I tell you what, uni was a tough time for you, wasn't it?
We're talking about I was a cheerleader. I was elite.
I was a cheerleader. I've got a papier-mâché Labrador.
I was a cheerleader. You didn't fit in and made dog puppets.
Oh, dog puppets.
Yeah, there were two actually.
Okay, makes
but I only
sense.
have one in my bedroom.
Fine.
I also have a horse head.
Okay.
Not a real horse.
Yeah.
One made out of wicker and string.
Okie dokie. Was that part of the ceremony?
Yeah, I should really gift it to Ash.
So
for the next chant. No, so I was a drama kid. This is what this kind of represents to me. And at uni, I set up my own theatre company.
F*** me sideways.
Poor Fool.
It's called Poor Fool.
Poor Fool, yeah.
Nice.
And we were going to take a production of The Fox and the Hound to the Edinburgh Fringe.
Nice.
Because we were like, hey, how do we get people to come to our show at Edinburgh? Do a kids show, right? There's such little good stuff for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we got like an 11 a.m. slot. We were gonna do this lovely production of Fox and the Hound with puppets and like artistic staging and music. And then we actually worked out to get the rights. They were like, you've only got the rights to the novel, and it cannot be anything like the Disney movie.
Right.
And then we read the novel. And it was a very adult novel. A lot of fox sex. Like, so much fox sex in The Fox and the Hound.
Okay.
A lot of dog death. The dogs die.
Right.
But as arrogant theatre students, we were like, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is our moment to actually make something really adult and theatrical. Like,
Yeah.
we'll do the really adult, theatrical version of Fox and the Hound, but still with, like, puppets and everything, like, very Sally Cookson, knee-high, you know? But as you will know, you have to lock your marketing for Edinburgh in very early.
Mm.
So our poster was a very kid-friendly, colourful, beautiful picture of a fox. And when we'd like fly around the mile with these little dog puppets, like kids would flood because they were so lovely. And so we had a lot of children come to our very adult 11 a.m. production of The Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
And I think we scarred a lot of children. We had one girl leave crying with her mum when we killed the first dog.
Okay.
But she managed to like get herself together to come back in.
Oh God, yeah.
But she came back in as we were killing the second dog.
Wait, relax. There's going to be a gangbang in a minute.
I was like, you've missed some lovely artistic sequences of fox sex while you were out. It's not just dog death.
How did you do the fox sex artistically with the noise?
Oh,
like knowing that someone's got to do that, because there's nothing artistic about that. It sounds.
I don't think we did the noise.
You can't do the noise.
No, we didn't do the noise. It was just a lot of physical theatre, a lot of chase and touch and
Broadway
a lot of chair
Baby
duets.
Said that it was a visual and oral treat.
Oh my
God!
God.
See, visual and oral treat.
The production values are high for a fringe show.
Oh, hello. That's all right.
The young actors of Poor Fool truly are triple threats.
Oh.
Lovely stuff.
Oh my God, keep going.
But that
wasn't written by a child though.
Oh no, yeah, the kids' review is like
the kids' review.
I don't like mummy anymore. That's so funny though. But that must have made you feel electric. So how are you 18 at this stage?
No, I think this was my second year.
Okay, so
like
you're 19, but you take something up to Edinburgh, so exciting, and then it's actually happening, you do it, and then you get a review like that. I remember that, there's something, isn't it, the first time you get a good review in Edinburgh, it just blows or any good review really, it just blows your mind, doesn't it? Where you kind of like, oh my God, look what they're saying about us. It must have been so cool.
Yeah, I'm terrified to get my first review as a stand-up though. That terrifies me. Because I think with that, whether it's good or bad, it's like there's a group of you.
Yeah.
Whereas like getting reviewed just like Abi Clarke is.
Yeah. Well, it's so
like,
personal.
Oh my God, I want to die just thinking about that.
So in terms of writing the show, is is it a completely new Edinburgh show, or is it an extension of what you've been doing? Is it a theme thing? Do you know what I mean? Are you how is
Yeah.
the because I remember when I first started, it was like some people were doing kind of like sort of traditional stand-up, let's say, and then somebody would come in with, this is a show about an egg, or this is a show about my dad, or this is a show about kind of there was specific thematic shows, and there was just sort of stand-up.
Yeah, it's mostly just stand up. It's like I feel like a musician when they like work on their first album. It's just like the best
Yeah.
bits from the 5 years now.
Mm.
But I did notice that all of my bits did kind of have a common theme, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which,
What's the theme?
well, the main theme is kind of like, am I a good role model?
Right.
The show's called Role Model because I think as a woman doing comedy, that's seen as just like intrinsically feminist thing to do.
Right.
And people then just expect you to like be a good, like everything I do is for the girls.
Right.
Whereas I don't think guys have that pressure.
Nope.
And especially online, I have people being like, wow, you're such a role model, like it's so brave what you're doing.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, what? And I think, but then lots of my material had kind of this theme of like my obsession with like appearance and how people view me, and that doesn't really line up with being a very good role model. Because I grew up in the 2000s on like America's Next Top Model. I'm like toxic as hell. So it's kind of me admitting like all of my most toxic, terrible thoughts and feelings, which I hope are relatable.
Yeah, but also it just feels like that stand-up, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
you can't we can't lose that sort of like that ability to be in a room with people and basically go, listen, this is a thing I think. Anyone else?
Yeah.
And that sort of collective laugh of like, oh my God, I'm so glad you said it, because that's how I feel. And
Yeah.
that at its core, there's something really like truly magical about being in a room full of people going, I can't believe we're laughing at this. And
Yeah.
and not in a like an edgelord way, but it is that thing of like sometimes there's such joy of being lost in laughter at things you shouldn't be laughing at,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I say that like I want it to be like an hour with your toxic best friend.
Nice.
Like when you like get together and you say like the awful things, and then you can be like safely released back into society. But like, yeah, I don't want it to become, it's not from like the edgelord perspective, like, oh my God, you can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
But it's more, I think also it has come across like a lot of the like self-love part of the internet, which I was just put in just because I do comedy. They're like, wow.
Yeah.
It was very like, oh, you're confident, you've got no shame. Like I was immediately asked to advertise vibrators.
Oh, really?
Or like, I mean, I don't know why female comedians, is it Celeste Barber? She's talked about it as well.
Right.
It's like just this thing, so you get put in the self-love category despite having a lot of self-hate. And so I met up with like a body confidence influencer to talk to her about the show because I wanted to check, like, even though I'm saying some toxic things, that it's not actually bad. And she was saying, yeah, like I think that like self-love is just like another thing for women to fail at now.
Right.
And I was like, that's exactly how I feel, because that's the thing, is we're all pretending that we don't think about it anymore. Because you get shamed twice. Like you get shamed for caring about it even though it still matters.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm just in my house with my housemates, we can all be like completely toxic and admit that we still care and think about it and make each other laugh about it.